Hey everybody, welcome to Kastor'sCorner.com. I'm your host Khalil here for another toy of a day here on our live YouTube channel. So happy that you guys can join us tonight. We've been looking at all the new stuff I got. Last night we looked at the Wind Raider. You can always go to our website, Kastor'sCorner.com, for a full gallery of all of these toys. So if you don't get a good enough look in the video, there's the gallery on the website. You can also follow us. We are at Kastor's Corner on all social media. You can also check out the Cornercast podcast up on Apple Podcasts every Monday night. I'm debating on whether or not to take the holiday off. We'll see. I have podcasts. I don't know. Well, leave it in the comments. Do we need a new podcast or can I take a week off? Even though I have one. We'll see. So today on the Cornercast podcast, we're taking a look at this guy. Captain America. The Captain America right now in the MCU. Sam Wilson has taken over the mantle and really just like costume everything. I mean, this is as close to comics as we can get in the MCU. So it's great. Like it's one of the better. I know every time I get a Marvel Select figure, I say, oh, it's almost better than the last one, or it is better than the last one. But in this case, I mean, they are improving. If we take a look at this one and then Bucky that I did a couple days ago, there are years between those two figures. And, you know, just looking at this one compared to Bucky, there are a lot of changes, whether it's the sculpt or the articulation, the detail work. It's a little bit different. And this is a movie figure, so it is a little bit different, of course. Now, I'm going to address one of the drawbacks right from the get-go. The wings. Marvel Legends. I got the Marvel Legends one first. And of course, it's articulated, right? But it's part of a Build-A-Figure. So technically the price of Sam plus the wings is more than the average Marvel Legend figure. My issue with this figure is his backpack right here comes in three parts really. Four parts. So you've got just the backpack that sits together like that, and you take this off and there are pegs to slot in those wings. Now it looks great by itself, looks great put in his backpack, no issues there. Where the issue comes in though is attaching the wings. Now my issue with my figure, and your mileage may vary because you know, everybody's is a little bit different. But what I noticed was these pegs that are on the wing and these holes back here line up for the most part. But one side here, I believe it's this side, I had to scrape them out. I had to scrape out the interiors of said holes so the pegs would fit. And that's why I just dropped it, because I thought it was solid and it was not. I might have to Dremel it out, to be honest with you, to keep it. Because one side clicks in perfectly, and you can see me struggling with it. One side fits and slots in perfectly fine. Sits there, is level with the whole backpack, that's fine. This side, however, pops in and out on me. No matter what I do, short of gluing it in. And I mean, could have been warped in the package. It doesn't necessarily mean it was a manufacturing issue. But it is something to look out for, and I don't know if I'll be able to show you, but you'll be able to see if I can. You could see on this side right here, you can see that the holes are bent in a little bit. That's from me trying to get the wings in the right position. So once I got them in the other day, they were fine. But like just now removing them, I'm probably going to have to clean out that peg again to get it in the right position to hold there like that. But once you get them there, you're fine, theoretically. There we go. The pressure from being on his back holds them in pretty well. You could see a little bit of a gap there on that one and a little bit of gap on that one. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of cosmetic work on it just to even out those holes from being bent. But I think he still looks impressive. He does come with what is Red Wing or Red Wing 2.0. Now, drawback here, there's nothing to attach this to. He doesn't attach to the backpack. There's no little flight stand. There's nothing. He is just a flight little, his assistant. Doesn't even slot into the backpack at all, although you can see where kind of it would slot in if it did. See if we can get it. It looks okay there, but it doesn't. So Sam, with his backpack, comes with 6 hands total. We've got closed fists, we've got open hands, and then we've got flight hands, the open flying hands. And I'll show you some of the poses when we get him in there. And then, of course, he comes with his very own shield, the updated. I mean, we don't really have the story on the shield itself. We know it came from old Steve. We know it was repaired, or is this a whole new shield completely? Either way, I'm actually interested to know how Steve got the shield back in one piece, to be honest with you. But maybe that's a Marvel story for another day, hopefully. So there he is. Sam Wilson, Captain America, Marvel Select. He is exclusive right now to Shop Disney. He was extremely difficult to get my hands on. Our store here in Connecticut never got him. And I tried pretty consistently for a few weeks. I got mine on Shop Disney. And along with Bucky and one more. We got Taskmaster too. So we got those, but I love it. I love the new design. I love the new look. I think that he looks really good when posed in flight mode. I wish his head had a little more articulation to it. It's just the side to side, so he can't look up. But when he's carrying the shield and he's in flight like this, I think probably hear the fireworks outside too. I don't think you could get a better Captain America figure than you got right there. So thought it worked out that I had him for 4th of July. So happy 4th of July if you celebrate that. If not, that's okay too. But yeah, no, I'm glad I got it. Definitely glad I bought it. Definitely glad I picked it up. I think it was one of my friends. It was either Emmy Review or Total Recon or Adventures in Collecting that posted that he was back up on the site. Because not only did he sell out initially, they also removed him from the site. So it wasn't even like a sold out page. So I was worried that it was a one and done. And so my store was never going to get it. So I jumped at the opportunity when I got it to pick him up and then got free shipping because I got the other two as well. So there you go. Sam Wilson, Captain America, toy of the day here on Castor'sCorner.com. You can go to Castor'sCorner.com for a full gallery of this guy. You can follow us. We are at Castor's Corner on all social media. You can listen, download, share, pass along, review, write, subscribe, all that to the podcast up on Apple Podcasts, the Cornercast podcast, new podcast every Monday night. And you can subscribe to this channel right here somewhere. We really appreciate it. The more of you that subscribe, the more cool things we get to do. And then we get to share them with you. And really, that's the best part of this journey. So thank you all for watching. We'll be back tomorrow night with an all-new toy of the day here on Castor'sCorner.com. Have a good night, everybody.